Hello, YouTube. This is Ben.
And this is Bren.
Actually, backwards. This
is Brandon. And this is Ben. This is Ben.
I'm confused.
We're here to bring you a video of the top 8 things. Well, the top 4 things that we... What?
We're here to bring you guys a video about our top 4 likes and dislikes of high school. Because we have graduated, technically. And along with that, we're going to give you guys some advice and tips about how to do your best in high school and make it a worthwhile experience.
First and foremost, we're going to cover the things that we
didn't like
about high school.
Dislike number 1, school lunches.
School lunches.
Yeah, sometimes it just isn't as good as you would like it to be.
Well, sometimes there were pretty good lunches. The lunchrooms were crowded, they were terrible.
My qualm was the food itself sometimes, because, sometimes it seemed like it was undercooked, and...
sometimes it was overcooked.
Yeah. It wasn't really consistent, but I was thankful that I had food. But senior year, I just decided I'd bring my lunch from home. It tasted better to me, so... Thing number 2 that we didn't like about high school?
Homework.
Lots of homework.
That's to be expected, but it's not because we're dumb and we're like, oh, I don't want to do homework because it's stuff I have to do when I get home. But it's more like we have things we want to do, things about our life we want to experience, and the homework is just plowed on top of us.
I spent hours doing homework every single night, every single day of high school. I rarely got a break. I did homework on weekends just as much. So. But I guess I'll be doing homework in college, so it's not that I can't do it. It's not that I won't do it. It's just that I don't necessarily like doing it. But college might be more specifically video stuff, so you never know.
Number 3.
AP testing. If you've never heard of it, there is this thing called the AP College Board, and they've started making a lot more advanced classes in high school. We took some of those, and the AP tests are a little bit weird.
My personal experience was AP Art, which might seem like, oh, it's just AP Art, there's no big deal. It is. It's awful. But it's satisfying in the end, but it's awful at first, because you've got, so much pressure. It doesn't seem like very much at the beginning of the year, but man, it hits you at the end. I had AP Literature and Composition as well, 3 hours straight of testing. Brandon, what did you have?
I also had AP Physics on top of those 2 classes, and my teacher's still trying to figure out why I took it. The class was just fine. The test, oh my gosh. Number 4 of what we do not like in high school, mini tripod.
Being late to class.
But, at the same time, we're not saying be late to your classes or disregard that, because it's important to be on time for things. But, it's just the pressure was a little bit annoying. So now that we've gotten the dislikes out of the way, we're going to hit our top 4 things that we do like about high school, starting with number 1. Which side's the right side? Okay, number 1. And
teachers.
That would be, yes, our teachers. We had some really inspiring teachers this year, and just in high school in general, I didn't really have a bad high school teacher, in my opinion at least.
I had a couple, but the ones that were good were really good. They made the experience so much better, making you want to go to class, make you want to learn the material, and you can communicate with the teacher, where it's not just a one to the classroom, but rather a classroom with the teacher, such as art and English and literature and languages, and I don't want to leave anybody out, but there are a lot of good teachers in the school. So number 2 on the things that we did like about high school.
Friends.
Yep. Not the TV show, but the TV show was cool.
Yeah, so, we're friends, we got other friends, we got friends all over the place, kinda.
And we met at school.
Yeah, I don't think we would have met otherwise, just because of the distance that we live, but, it's been a good 6 years since we first met. 6 years? Is that right?
About.
Something like that. And we're still friends, so...
And we have a common interest. You can't just get that, sitting at home, so...
Number 3, art class. Me and Ben like doing art stuff. My opinion on art is that you don't have to be, people have, this impression that you have to be, super artistic to take art classes. Honestly, art classes is why I liked art so much in the first place. You just try it. Just try it. You never know if you'll be good at it.
It's a good form of expression. And also, it can be frustrating sometimes, but mainly in AP art. Really don't... We can make a whole video on art, but we probably will.
We're gonna make several videos on art.
And just don't neglect art. Don't take it for granted. Number 4.
TV production class. TV production class for us was a very chill class, but like it didn't have such the strict classroom atmosphere with desks and stuff. Like we were kind of given some freedom to like go out and make videos within that class period and try new things and stuff, and didn't have to do a lot of immediate work, but we had work. It just wasn't the same as normal classroom work.
It was kind of like having a class, except something that we enjoyed. And it wasn't required either. It wasn't a required course, so we had this desire to go to this, and it's helping us with...
It's helped a lot, I think. That's where we used that class to build up the idea for Lewis, and even shot a little bit of it during that period, and just like you meet people that are interested in that a little bit too, and you just make videos together and it's fun. So our last segment on this video here is going to be advice and tips. That's down here.
Being senior graduates, we have this kind of somewhat ability to tell you, who may be younger than us, some advice and tips on what it's like to go through high school. So the first thing would be...
Be yourself and respect yourself. People get caught up a lot of times in the idea that they have to be what everybody wants them to be, that they have to go with that in crowd and stuff and do what's cool and whatnot, but that's so shallow, and it's not good for you. I don't know, you lose yourself, I guess. Just stay away from those destructive behaviors. If you see people doing that stuff, they act like it's so cool and fun, but you know what is bad for you and what's not, and if you don't, then talk to your parents about it and stuff.
Another thing to mention on with this is talk to your parents. It might not seem like they don't understand, but they actually do, because
they've been through it. So I mean, like, you can hear all the advice you want, but like if you don't listen to it, then it doesn't do you any good anyway. So
something to point out is that people haven't changed, just the environment has. Next thing,
apply yourself in school. Do your best in your classes and actually make it worth your time. Learn the material, pay attention in class. Don't sleep through everything. Get some sleep.
You know who you are. Some things to add on to that. College will be tormenting to a degree.
That's what everybody wants to hear.
High school is a free opportunity, for the most part. It's kind of free. It's required. You're going to be given these challenges throughout high school. You can either take the high road or take the low road.
And honestly, from my experience, like, with how much is required for college preparation and stuff, like you want to do your best in your classes, because it really does pay off in the end, because like I've been able to get like a bunch of helpful scholarships for the college that I'm going to, and I've just ended the high school experience on a high note, I think.
It's got to be said though, just because you do awful in high school doesn't mean you can't do well in college though. It would help though. It would help. Mm-hmm. I wish that I had taken some other classes that I hadn't. I wish that I had attempted to excel in my freshman year, but I screwed around a lot in my freshman year. So, with that being said, think to the future. Everything you do in high school will not affect your future necessarily. A lot of things might, and a lot of things can. However, if you take prodigious classes, if you don't know what that means, there's thesauruses online. Be prodigious in your goals. Join a TV production class. Join a drama class. Join a writing class.
Try track or cross country. That was something that I did just within my senior year, and I wish I would have started earlier, because like it was really fun, and like it's a good way to stay in shape. So try all those different things, and don't you gotta figure out what's important in your life. You can't waste time doing things that aren't gonna mean anything later. Like, you have fun and stuff, but don't do anything destructive to yourself, like we mentioned earlier.
Okay, something to keep in mind is that you might find something that you didn't know you enjoyed, and you can't figure that out later in life. Because if you decide you want to be an actor, well, you can be an actor whenever, realistically. But if you're working like a full-time job, and you don't have time to explore these different things, such as acting or writing, you won't have that opportunity, possibly, later down the line. So go for it now, and find out what you enjoy.
Cherish your time. In a way, I'm going to take that to mean, like, don't get too busy, doing things that take away your time and don't really give you anything back for it. Like, even though I'm a video gamer, don't spend all your time playing video games. You could use that time building friendships and doing things that will help your future.
Also, cherish your time, as in, now that we're starting to graduate, personally, I was starting to freak out big time. I was wondering where all the time went. So, take the time that you have, think to the future, but still appreciate what you've gotten now.
And like that's something you have to work into, you know. You don't just have that mindset normally. Build up to something, you know. Don't just let it pass you by.
Something I recommend, try new things. I started drinking tea. Brandon doesn't like tea at all. You might not like tea either.
But I tried it.
I didn't like hot drinks in the first place, but when I would really just kind of sit down, drink some tea, and let the warmth flow through me, it was a great way to really cherish my time. Okay, so the final thing we have to talk about is don't get caught up in drama. There's a lot of things going on in high school about who's dating who and how these people are doing things they shouldn't be doing with each other, or other ideas like that. Getting in fights with people, it's all dumb stuff. It won't matter, and it's always going to be there. But you have the option of not being a part of it. If it's none of your business, don't dwell into it. And try to let people get that idea as to not dwell on business that isn't their own. If you see someone who's getting hurt over the drama or getting into trouble because of the drama, then it might be a good idea to talk to someone like a school counselor or someone who can deal with it more efficiently than you can.
And like, I guess with that, like, you have so many things vying for your time and like your energy and stuff. You know, think about what's important and prioritize. You know, you have all that stuff going on, the drama, the people, your friends, but like, you've got to make sure you take care of your classes as well, because friends are cool, but make sure you get done what needs to be done, and then you will have free time to do what you want to do.
So coming from two high school graduates, there's our 4 likes and 4 dislikes.
And advice.
So if you guys take anything from this, make sure that you take that high school is important. It might not be the best part ever, but you can make it better.
Mm-hmm. So this is
Ben
and Brandon signing off.
Catch you guys later.
Thank you guys for watching.